They threw you into hell thinking you would break. They whispered lies behind closed doors, painted shadows over your light, and smiled as if your fall was inevitable. They watched, waited, hungry for your surrender. They wanted your silence. They wanted your fear. They wanted to see the fire in your eyes flicker and die. But they underestimated one thing. They underestimated you. Do you feel it? That hum in your chest, that rhythm in your bones that refuses to bow? That's life. That's defiance. That's you, still breathing, still standing, still unbroken. They thought your voice could be silenced with their words. They thought your dreams could be crushed beneath their judgment. They thought your soul could be caged in a corner of doubt and shame. But here you are, still breathing, still burning, still a storm in a world that begged you to be calm. They didn't see this coming. Did they really think you would stay small, quiet, and invisible? They expected you to crumble. They expected tears, whispers, excuses. They expected hesitation, fear, and submission. They built their expectations on your past, on the scars they knew you carried, on the quiet moments when the world seemed too heavy to bear. But reality has a heartbeat they could never predict. Reality has a rhythm that dances to defiance, to grit, to raw, unpolished courage. You survived. Not because they allowed it, not because the path was easy, but because inside you, a fire had been lit, a fire they couldn't see, couldn't touch, couldn't control. Every insult they threw, every betrayal they plotted, every shadow they cast, became fuel. Do you remember the nights you felt the world against you? The moments when silence seemed safer than resistance? You chose differently. You chose to rise. You chose to fight the weight of expectation. And in that choice, in that refusal to bow, you became the first crack in the walls they built around you. And then it began. The transformation they never anticipated. Chaos became your classroom. Darkness became your mirror. Fire became your teacher. You learned to bend, to adapt, to grow stronger than the storms that sought to drown you. Every obstacle they placed in your path became a ladder. Every betrayal became a spark. Every doubt became a challenge you accepted with silent fury. You started noticing things, the little strengths you had ignored, the untapped power hidden beneath the layers of pain, the courage that whispered softly in your heart, "I am not done yet. I will not bow." You began to move differently, slower, more deliberate. You observed, you learned, you planned. Every step forward was calculated. Every fall became a lesson. Every scar, a medal. And as you rose, the world started noticing. Not yet them, not yet the ones who wanted your silence, but the universe, always patient, always watching, always waiting for the storm to be ready. You became someone who didn't just survive, someone who thrived. Someone who molded their pain into power. Someone who took their past, their fear, their betrayals, and sculpted from them a self that was unstoppable. And then came the moment they realized. The moment they saw the fire in your eyes had not dimmed. The moment they saw the calm precision in your steps, the way you held your head high while chaos still raged around you. The moment they understood that their attempts to break you had only sharpened you, forged you into something untouchable. Did they really think you'd stay broken? Did they really believe that betrayal, whispers, and shadows could contain the storm that roared inside you? Look at them now, confused, envious, panicked. They don't understand it yet. They never will. They thought you were a quiet flame, but you were always a storm. They tried to clip your wings, but you didn't just fly. You soared, and in your rising, their world shakes. Every sneer they threw, every attempt to control you, every shadow they cast, it bounces off you now. You are untouchable, not because the world is fair, not because life is easy, but because you refuse to let it define you. And now, the fire inside you grows with each passing day. You are no longer the person who cowered in silence. You are the person who commands presence, who commands respect, who commands the storm itself. Picture this. The chains they tried to wrap around you now lie broken at your feet. The whispers of doubt that haunted your nights have been replaced with your own voice, a roar that echoes louder than any lie. The world they tried to shrink has expanded before you, and every horizon is yours to claim. Every day you build, every day you rise, every day they watch, helpless, as the storm they feared becomes reality. You move with purpose now, you walk with certainty, you speak with authority, and every step, every breath, every heartbeat is a testament to the strength they tried to extinguish, and it doesn't stop. Every small victory, every moment of clarity, every time you rise when they expected you to fall, they feel it. You are the ripple turning into a tidal wave, unstoppable, undeniable, unbroken. See it? That crown of mastery, forged in the fire of struggle, worn silently on your soul. Not for them, not for validation, but for you. The quiet pride that comes from knowing you are not who they told you to be. You are exactly who you were meant to become. The storm is yours. Every whisper of fear they cast at you only feeds it. Every doubt they whispered into your mind becomes wind in your sails. Every attempt to quiet your voice, to dim your light, has only amplified it. And in this power, there is peace. There is indifference. The peace that comes from knowing you don't need their approval. You don't need their permission. You don't need their understanding. You only need yourself. Look up. See the stars? Each one a reminder of the impossible. Each one a testament to dreams that refused to die. And you, yes, you are a constellation now, burning brightly, unstoppable, untouchable. They can only watch, helpless, as your brilliance eclipses the shadows they tried to throw at you. And in that brilliance, you find freedom. You find joy. You find the raw, unyielding power of a life lived on your terms, a soul unchained, a spirit untamed. And now the world has nothing left to teach you. The storm is not coming. It is here. You are the hurricane. You are the thunder. You are the lightning that cannot be ignored. They wanted your silence. They got a storm. And this storm is not for revenge. It is not for them. It is for you, for the self who fought in silence, who burned in darkness, who rose from chaos and pain stronger, wiser, untouchable. You are not just surviving anymore. You are thriving. You are a force of nature, and nothing can stop what you have become. And as the storm rages around them, they understand, too late, that the very thing they tried to destroy was the thing that could not be broken, that the fire they feared was always yours to command, that the storm you became was not theirs to tame. You stand at the center, calm, collected, unshakable. Every eye watches, every heart feels the tremor of your presence, and in that moment, you know the ultimate truth. You no longer need to fight for validation, for attention, for approval. The world bends not because they demanded it, but because you refuse to be anything less than what you were meant to be. And so it ends, not with a scream, not with a shout, but with a quiet, unshakable power. The storm has passed, and in its wake there is clarity, there is peace, there is self-mastery. Remember this, they will always try. Life will always throw shadows in your path. Betrayal will always sting, doubt will always whisper, but you, yes, you will rise. You will rise, not because life is fair, not because they deserve it, but because you are stronger than the world that seeks to quiet you. They wanted your silence. They got a storm, and that storm will never die. That storm is you. Carry it forward. Wear it like armor. Speak it like truth. Live it like freedom. Because you are unbreakable. You are unstoppable. You are a storm the world will never forget. And the next time they think they can silence you, they will only witness your next eruption, fiercer, brighter, and more magnificent than they ever imagined. You are the storm. You are the fire. You are the unstoppable force that bends the world, not because they allow it, but because you refuse to be anything less. And now, my friend, rise. They watched you in silence, thinking that patience would bend your will. They didn't know that the strongest steel is forged under pressure, that the fiercest storms are born in the quietest skies, and that every shadow they cast only illuminated your fire. Do you feel that? That trembling in your chest? That is power rising from the ashes they left behind. Every insult they whispered, every betrayal they plotted, every door they slammed in your face. It wasn't the end, it was the invitation, the call to rise, the signal that your storm was ready to awaken. And rise you did, not with anger that consumes, but with calm that commands, not with desperation that shakes, but with certainty that moves mountains. They expected a cry, a plea, a sign of weakness. Instead, they got resilience, they got strength, they got a force that no words, no shadows, no cruelty could contain. You are no longer defined by their disbelief. You are no longer shaped by their attempts to hold you down. You are defined by the fire that refused to die, the courage that refused to bend, the spirit that refused to be broken. They tried to clip your wings, but the storm inside you couldn't be caged. And now, they see it. They watch, bewildered, as you move with precision, as you conquer quietly, as you rise with a grace that mocks their attempts to diminish you. Did they really think you would stay small? Did they really believe their darkness could dim your light? Every step you take, every word you speak, every breath you draw, they feel it. The tremor of power, the vibration of freedom, the undeniable presence of someone who has claimed their life, their voice, their destiny. You have become the eye of the storm, calm, centered, unshakable, while everything else whirls and collapses around you. And this power, this storm, is not about revenge. It's about liberation, about living with a fullness they could never imagine, about waking up every day knowing that nothing they do, nothing they say, nothing they dream of against you can stop the force that you have become. You are a living declaration that no one gets to write your story but you. You are proof that storms can rise from silence, that fire can grow from ashes, and that the human spirit can never, ever be broken unless it allows itself to be. So let them watch, let them doubt, let them tremble in the shadows of their own disbelief. You don't need them. You never did. You never will. Your life, your power, your storm, it belongs to you, and you alone. And the next time they think silence could hold you, remember this. You are no longer a whisper. You are a roar. You are the storm. You are the fire. You are unstoppable.